I used to always read those weightlifting magazines. So I remember reading an editorial at the end of one of these magazines, and the author said something along the lines of, at work, you might not get paid what you deserve. You might not get the respect you deserve at work. Sometimes you won't get the girl you want. But the one thing you could control in your life is your fitness. And I've held on to that. I read that like 10 years ago. And I've held on to that thought for the last 10 years. Sprinter drivers wear yoga pants. What do lifted van drivers wear? Cargo pants with cotton in the little Velcro from Walmart. Headed into Walmart right now. Must get new cargo pants. Van Man Cat, watched your video at the gym. It was a superset day. Do you know why I say don't skip back day? Because when you walk away, that's where the haters are looking. I want my back to look like the Thing from Fantastic Four. Extended van life. Hopefully, the bright orange recovery boards are bright enough that no one runs into my storage box. Being productive with my days off. Just got out of the gym, superset day, about to run errands. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Van Man Cat. He lived in his van full time for a couple of years with the intention to stack money and increase his net worth. He accomplished that. Now he's living in an apartment and spending less money than he did when he lived in his van. So congratulations on achieving your goals, sir. I've been uploading on this channel for more than 10 years now. Been talking about vans for more than 10 years now. Hopefully van videos become as fun as they were 10 years ago. Hopefully a few of my subscribers with lifted vans will start uploading content. So 10 years ago I was watching this channel that reminded me a lot of you. It was a Filipino guy with an accent, and when Filipinos have an accent, it reminds me of my mom. Shout out to my mom. How do you like my van, Mom?
It's nice and big. Is it B6?
No, it's B10. What do you think of my new truck, Mom?
Nice. Is that a Suzuki Chimney?
No, it's a Geo Tracker.
Oh, in the Philippines we call it Suzuki Chimney.
This guy, he had a Class B Econoline. I think it was a Coachman. Nice van. So he was living in his boss's parking lot, and his goal was a lot like yours, to stack money. So at the end of every week, he would sit on his desk in his van with a piece of paper, write down all his expenses and his obvious non-expense, not paying rent, because he was living in his van in his boss's parking lot. Unfortunately, this guy stopped making videos and closed his channel down. It was an entertaining channel because stuff like that is cool to see, man. It's cool to see people succeed. I got into watching full-time van lifers because I got a lot of ideas for my van build watching the, full-timers from 10 years ago. So watching that, I was rooting for them when they were doing their content, when they had their goals. This guy had an accent, so he was like low-key funny. He wasn't trying to be funny, but one day he was doing like a tour of his van, showing his desk and everything, and he was showing his bed, and he had Disney's Cinderella bed sheets on his van. He wasn't even trying to be funny, but it's like little details like that that I find amusing. Just straight up Cinderella bed sheets. So when I interact with you guys in the comments, I've met a couple of you in real life, a couple of you I haven't met. Hopefully at the next van meet, I'll meet more of you. But I consider you guys better friends than a lot of my real life friends. So it's important in life to align yourself, to associate yourself with, befriend people who are positive, who are goal oriented, who will like lift your spirits. when I started my channel 10 years ago, all I wanted to do was talk about cars. I didn't know anyone in real life who shared the same passion for cars as I did for my automotive hobby. So I had no goals. The last couple of years, I've had a vision for what I want to accomplish with my channel. In society, you're looked down upon if you're a blue-collar, manual labor person, and I think that's wrong. The most underrated heavyweight champion of all time, Larry Holmes, one of the most underrated boxers of all time, said it best: hard work is not easy, but it's fair. And in the day of TikTok, Instagram, showing off all the highlights in your life, if you're not earning $100,000 a year or more, you're looked down upon. You're not worthy. I think that's not cool for people's psyches to constantly see that. So hopefully people similar to me running across my channel don't feel bad about themselves. I said it a couple of videos ago. If I had 100,000 subscribers, YouTube would be a full-time income for me. Even if I had 1 million subscribers and I could afford a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, I wouldn't drive a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. In fact, if I was doing a full-time income on YouTube, I wouldn't even get rid of this and get something better. I wouldn't get an upgrade. I'm 100% content with what I have. I'm proud of this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My parents came from the Philippines. I remember seeing what they lived in when I was 8 years old. They still had their houses from when I visited the Philippines when I was 8 years old. My van is nicer than what they lived in. And this is just a vehicle I take to road trip in, and it's nicer than what they lived in. I feel very blessed in life. So I got this email the other day from one of my lifted van friends, and emails like this mean a lot to me. My real life, like my life outside of work, I have no complaints. The only thing lacking in my life is job satisfaction. I love my job, but hate the management. The management that treats me and my best friend the worst. This guy's a little twerp, man. He reminds me of Arnold from Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis? He reminds me of him, but I think Arnold's bigger than him.
What you talking about, Willis?
So to me, just watching, I'm 41 years old, so I've been around. So watching this guy, he obviously has a Napoleon complex, so the only place in the world where he feels like a big man is at work, bossing people around, treating people like trash. But I noticed all the people under him who he actually likes, they're all twerps like him, and it's funny because they all walk like him. This guy walks like this, ILS. I used to always read those weightlifting magazines. So I remember reading an editorial at the end of one of these magazines, and the author said something along the lines of, at work, you might not get paid what you deserve, you might not get the respect you deserve at work, sometimes you won't get the girl you want, but the one thing you could control in your life is your fitness. And I've held on to that. I read that like 10 years ago, and I've held on to that thought for the last 10 years. One of the goals I've been having, and I haven't gotten there yet, but seeing guys like Van Man Cat, my friends like him, succeed pushes me along to reach the goals I've been having. And one of the goals I've been having is this. Camaraderie is created through the automotive hobby, like the van meets, lifted van meets, and camaraderie is created through lifting weights. If you're a coworker of mine and you're watching this video right now and I ever invited you to bench press with me, it means I like you. Me inviting you to bench press with me is my way of telling you I like you, I'm fond of you. My best friends at work, we lift together, we have fitness goals, we talk to each other all the time about like our goals, our gains. And that's something I want to create with my channel. The automotive hobby creates camaraderie. A lot of times in life, we're not treated properly, you know, like we have our frustrations at work. But I think when you talk to people who understand where you're coming from, it makes life just a little bit easier. It's like, you know you're not alone. And that's why for the longest time I've been saying, like, man, because the van hobby is pretty much associated with fitness. Not everyone's into bench pressing, not everyone's into the gym, but a lot of van life people, what do they have? They have kayaks on their roof. They go hiking. For me, I like bench pressing. I got a fridge. I could put all my food in there, eat after the gym. So that's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and seeing guys like Van Man Cat succeed pushes me along to want to do my goal sooner. So that's a goal I've been having. I don't really talk about it, but I've been wanting to do like a series like that, like Lifted Van Life gym vlogs. That's why I always tell my friends who aren't treated properly with the respect they deserve. Everyone, that's the thing about me, man. Like, when I see someone who like looks like they're in shape, and then on top of that they're like hard workers, I want to be friends with them because I know the grind it takes to be physically fit. In fact, I've been doing this manual labor job for the last 8 years in September, and I've never been seriously injured, knock on wood. And I like to think that the reason I've never been injured is because whatever I do at the gym is harder than anything I'll ever do at my job. Like, the heaviest thing we have at my job is 150 pounds. Me and my friend joke around, like, when we go to the gym, we bench press 155, like 5 pounds over the max weight at my job. So we call it no team lifting bench, because my job says you need a team lift 75. So we do the 155 challenge, get as many reps as we can off of 155. So, it's like kind of like a homage to the job. Like, well, if we're bench pressing more than the max weight at work for like 20-30 reps, whatever we do at the gym is easier than, or whatever we do at work is easier than whatever we do at the gym. So we do little challenges like that. We'll slap 155, get as many reps as we can, because obviously we'll run into like 150 couple times a day at work. Sometimes I don't run into a 150-pound box. At most, I'll see 150 pounds maybe 5 times in the day. So, if you're busting out 155 for like 20-30 reps, hey, if I encounter 150 one time during my shift, what's 150 one time, right? So yeah, man, it's a little chat with you guys. Keep your head up, man. Embrace fitness. Embrace your, you know what I say, man? I said it several times before also. The van hobby, it's healthy. It's healthy for us. You know why? We have something that we're proud of. We look at something that we're very proud of. We learn skills. I mean, when I took the seats out of this van, I already envisioned, because this had the 15-passenger van. It had the 4 rows of seats. I left one in. But when you have a van build, man, you're becoming creative, and becoming creative is healthy. It's healthy mentally. So everything I'm doing here, talking about lifted van builds, trying to get you guys into road trips, I just want to see people have fun out there, because a lot of times we're just isolated, sitting at home, not doing anything with our lives. And I want to see us all like break that habit. That's why I'm telling people, especially younger people, man, if you want to get into this van build, do it. It'll change your life. I'm 41 now. I wish I did this when I was 20. So just pushing you guys along, man. It's a positive hobby. Be positive. Have something you're proud of. Have a van build. Get into fitness. Doesn't have to be bench pressing. Doesn't have to be the gym, man. Get out. Go hiking. Get a mini bike. Go exploring. Go putt along in the desert. Just get out there and do something that makes you happy. Have something that makes you proud. Because like I said, man, it may not be much to look at. This might not impress Gen Z or the hipsters, but I'm proud of it. I think this is really cool.